And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back here to the 2013 USCSA National Championships as we bring you live coverage from the beautiful Greyhawk Trail in the Warm Springs base area of Sun Valley, Idaho on an absolutely glorious Saturday afternoon. Bluebird skies, just incredible. And we are ready for some exciting semifinal and final action of the women's and men's dual slalom here, all part of our final day of broadcast coverage from the National Championships. Hi, everybody. Boss Hogg alongside Alex Beatty as we kick it to you from the Broadcast Center. And I tell you, Alex, if I had a lawn chair and an umbrella and some Hawaiian tropic suntan lotion, I would take off all of my clothes right now and lay out there.
Absolutely, boss. The sun is beating down on this Greyhawk Trail. Temperatures have risen, and it is balmy outside. These ski racers will have to adjust to changing conditions. The snow softening up for sure, melting in the parking lot and around our broadcast booth. Just gotten really warm here, and the course will definitely have a harder time holding up today.
Boy, it looks like it's going to be some exciting competition here on this Greyhawk Trail as they have got the set ready to go. And we're going to start off with the ladies, then we're going to be followed by the men's semifinal action. And folks, if you have not experienced a national championship dual slalom, you are getting ready to. It is some fun and exciting, absolutely. The 2013 USCSA National Championships are brought to you in part by Patagonia. Their mission: to build the best product, cause no unnecessary harm, and to use business to inspire and implement solutions to the environmental crisis. Learn more at Patagonia.com. Patagonia, proud supporters of the USCSA. And by Reliable Racing. Whether it's alpine and Nordic ski racing apparel and equipment, hill and event supplies, sports timing equipment, or hard-to-find race gear, Reliable Racing is your one-stop shop. Check them out on the web at ReliableRacing.com. And by Hurricane Racing. When it's custom team, alpine, Nordic, and cycling race apparel you seek, Hurricane Racing delivers. Demand the very best in custom-printed ski suits, jackets, pants, and race apparel. Demand Hurricane Racing. HurricaneRacing.com. Official sponsors of the National Championships. And by Twitchell Sportswear, the home of Yeti apparel. When you're facing truly abominable weather, the Yeti has you covered. Check out their complete collection at TwitchellSportswear.com. Proud supporters of the USCSA. Semi-final and final action for the women and the men. Getting ready to come here on the Greyhawk Trail at Sun Valley, Idaho. We're glad you're with us on the World Wide Web at USCSA.com. Let's take a look quickly at the course conditions here as things have definitely warmed up. 34 degrees here on the Greyhawk Trail in the Warm Springs area. Humidity now lowered down to 45%. We've got pack-powdered conditions. Start shack up at 1919, then down to the finish corral at 1829. 90 meters of pure vertical pleasure for the women and men here in the dual slalom. 18 gates they'll have to contend with, and 2 big jumps. That'll certainly change things up, won't it, Alex?
Absolutely, boss. We saw a lot of racers really having some trouble there with those jumps, just carrying too much speed and momentum into the next gate, and a lot of them went flying, boss.
It looks like now we are going to have our forerunners on course. So let's take a look at what our lineups are for the semifinals and the finals. Just like the Final Four in basketball, we do the same thing here in skiing. We'll take a look at the women. And it looks like we're going to try to. Here we go. Now we have some results. We're done through our forerunners, so let's skip that screen for just a second and get down to action. It's Daniela Helmsley and Kelsey Whittles. This is the individual competition, of course, going on right next to the team competition. Helmsley and Whittles battling it out. Helmsley from the University of Colorado at Boulder, and Kelsey Whittles from UCLA in the first heat.
Absolutely, boss. Each racer will ski each course one time, and then the fastest racer on each head-to-head run will earn a point for themselves. So the matchup here critical as Daniela Helmsley and Kelsey Kelsey Whittles going head-to-head in the first round. Daniela Helmsley losing the first run to Kelsey Whittles. Kelsey Whittles taking home 1 point for herself, so very huge here in the beginning of this race.
All right, Morgan Duffy now was on the second run here, and looks like our timing's there we go. Morgan Duffy, she wins by just a bit over Lily Erickson in the second heat here as we get our timing system squared away in the broadcast center. Bear with us.
Looks like Daniela Helmsley's hike really cost her in that run, boss, losing by 12 seconds, a full 12 seconds to Kelsey Whittles. Morgan Duffy taking away the competition here from Lily Erickson, winning by 0.02 of a second. So Morgan Duffy and Kelsey Whittles, your leaders right now in the women's individual competition.
Now into the men's individual, Riley Harris on course, Christian Schuster as well. Schuster winning the first round over Riley Harris from Ohio State University, Schuster from Oregon State and Cascades, and they'll be followed by Tomas Grosjean from Stanford and Austin Oliver from North Carolina State.
And this is where it really comes into play, boss. The head-to-head competition. Timing only matters based on how much you beat your competitor here. Of course, winning the head-to-head heat here, scoring a point for yourself and having the most points at the end of the semifinals round can score you a ticket to the finals.
Now in the red course, it'll be Tomas Grosjean. On the right course, the blue course, Austin Oliver. Grosjean from Stanford, Oliver from North Carolina State University. And they are side by side. Oh, it looks like a terrible collision here in the middle of the run. They're going to hike back and make the gates now.
Oh, amazing, boss. Falling in the same exact place. It's all a matter of who's going to hike the fastest. Oh, but it looks like Tomas Grosjean has one more gate to hike, and that could do it for him in this heat, boss.
So Austin Oliver now across the stripe in the blue course. He has won this first round. Grosjean has to get back all the way up to a gate. Now off the jump into the final three gates comes Tomas Grosjean. Grosjean now across the stripe at a big lead for Austin Oliver, no doubt. Fast and furious in the individual competitions. We'll give you the final results as they move on here, and we move towards the team competition.
Absolutely, boss. Those racers will head back up on the lift immediately and get set for their next heats. We'll see the team competition get underway.
Right now, here it is. Matea Furk in the left-hand lane, or that's the right-hand lane if you're looking from our vantage point here from the bottom. The red course, Matea Furk from Sierra Nevada College. It is Sarah Schaefer on the blue course on the right. Schaefer from Clarkson. And it looks like Matea Furk from Sierra Nevada coming across the stripe first ahead of Schaefer. She's ahead by 1.00 seconds, so right at a second lead for Matea Furk, Sierra Nevada Colleges. Now it's Taya Pilot from Sierra Nevada in the red course. Kelly Rowland from Clarkson in the blue course.
Clarkson turning a lot of heads today, the 9th seed going into the race, now skiing 4th, so they had a very impressive first run, boss.
And it is tight. Look at this competition, ladies and gentlemen. Who's it going to be, Palick or Rowland? Rowland winning by just a fraction of a second, 0.03 seconds. So Rowland from Clarkson, just a small bit ahead of Taya Palick from Sierra Nevada College.
So it's Clarkson and Sierra Nevada each tied at 1 point now with 2 races left to go in this first heat, and then we'll see all of the racers go back up to the top of the course. They'll each ski the opposite course against the same racer they skied against before. That'll give a total of 8 races in this round for each team.
Now we'll see Emily Lamoureux. She's in the red course. Ashley Jovien on the blue course. Lamoureux from Sierra Nevada. Jovien from Clarkson. And it looks like a slight lead for the red course. That's Lamoureux. And Lamoureux across the stripe early. Winning this heat from Ashley Jovien by 1.23 seconds.
And Lamoureux and Jovien will have to get right back on the lift immediately to make it for that second heat, boss. Of course, 2 heats per racer. Very important that we get that underway.
Next up, Caroline Clayson from Sierra Nevada. She's on the red course. Taylor Manderson from Clarkson on the blue course. Fast and furious here. Oh, my word. And all the way across the course out of the blue course comes Taylor Manderson. It's not going to affect Caroline Clayson, and Clayson's going to pick up this victory. So Caroline Clayson for Sierra Nevada College getting it done for the SNC Eagles. And skiing out of the course now, it is Taylor Manderson from Clarkson. So a tough break for Clarkson.
Absolutely, boss. Sierra Nevada had 3-1 after the first heat. Clarkson's going to need to pour it on if they want a ticket to the final round.
Coming up next now, we'll see. We'll go to the men's, or no, check that, the second section of the heat here. Let's talk about how these stack up. The Final Four, the first round, Sierra Nevada versus Clarkson, and St. Olaf's versus College of Idaho. Let's take a look at the graphic on that. As you can see, and we just saw the Sierra Nevada versus Clarkson matchup. Now we're going to see the Rocky Mountain, no, check that. We're going to see, that's the men's Final Four. Let's move to the women's Final Four. That's going to be St. Olaf versus the College of Idaho. So the local hometown favorites, College of Idaho. Into the Final Four here in the inaugural dual slalom, and now we're off. It looks like Katie Olmstead now from St. Olaf in the red lane, and Maya Nakamura from College of Idaho in the blue lane. Nakamura's off course, and it looks like now Katie Olmstead. She's your winner here in the first heat. A tough break for the College of Idaho as Nakamura now skis down.
St. Olaf having a solid week here, boss, and College of Idaho doing very well as well in the dual slalom. They had a great qualifying round, seeded 7th, but they've moved up to 3rd, and that earned them a shot at finishing in the final round.
Next up in the red course, it's Madison McLaughlin. In the right blue course, Nina Herner. Herner for the College of Idaho. Madison, check that. Yes, for the College of Idaho. Madison McLaughlin for St. Olaf. Fast and furious action here in semifinal round of this women's dual slalom.
Absolutely, boss, and the heat is on for these competitors in this head-to-head competition. It really puts you on the spotlight here as you are forced to go head-to-head. It looks like disaster for Mayu Nakamura in the start gate. She has fallen over, and that...
No, that's going to be Nina Herner, a disaster for her. Madison McLaughlin in the red course now. She's going to take the win. So McLaughlin over Nina Herner. A tough break right out of the gate for Herner for the College of Idaho. Next up now, we'll see McKenna McNabb from Sierra Nevada. And check that, McKenna McNabb from St. Olaf in the red course. And on the blue course, Eleanor Tansley. Tansley for the College of Idaho. And now over the first jump come both the racers. McNabb on the red, Tansley on the right, on the blue.
Looks like McNabb has run into some trouble, boss. That'll open the door for Eleanor Tansley and the College of Idaho. As Tansley will cross the finish line, let's see if McKenna McNabb can hike back up to the gate she missed and continue her run, boss.
Eleanor Tansley definitely winning this round between College of Idaho and St. Olaf.
Absolutely, boss. Now 2-1, St. Olaf leading this round. Of course, many heats yet to go for these athletes. Should be interesting to see if College of Idaho can pull off the upset here.
Now making her way across the stripe, it is McKenna McNabb. McNabb for St. Olaf. Having to hike for the time, but she's got it and now through. Next up, we'll see Laura Post on the red course. Casey Benner on the blue course. Post for St. Olaf. Benner for College of Idaho.
Post and St. Olaf, of course, skiing this week for the One Fund, a charity devoted to funding a 5th year at St. Olaf for skiing superstar Max Lund. Find out how to donate at www.lundfund.com.
Exciting action here from Sun Valley, Idaho, all part of our final day of broadcast coverage on the USCSA Broadcast Network. Boss Hogg and Alex Beatty bringing it to you from the Broadcast Center here at the bottom of the Greyhawk Trail. Gorgeous conditions, warm temperatures, sunny skies. You couldn't ask for a better day for championship ski racing.
Absolutely not, boss, and the sun has come out and lit up the run here, making for some slick conditions. Should make it very interesting for these athletes. Having to hike in conditions like this can be absolutely brutal, as the layer of water that has formed on top of the run is constantly pushing those skis to slide even more than they normally would, boss. As
we await our next racers, Laura Post and Casey Benner. Course conditions now getting set right back up as the gatekeepers look like they've cleared the course, and we should be underway shortly. And here we go. On the red course, Laura Post. On the blue course, Casey Benner. Post for St. Olaf. Benner for College of Idaho. Looks like Benner has a slight lead. It's going to be close and tight. And it appears that the red course, that's Casey Benner.
Check that,
Nope,
Laura
check that.
Post.
That is Laura Post on the red course.
She has taken home a point for St. Olaf. So St. Olaf with a commanding 3-1 lead over the College of Idaho. College of Idaho going to be pressed in the second heats to make up that difference.
Now we move to the men's competition. The teams are ready to go. Marcus Pleer from Sierra Nevada College. He'll be in the red course. He's up against David Simon from Clarkson University in the blue course. And here they come. This is a war right here, ladies and gentlemen. And let's see who gets it. It's Marcus Pleer by 14 100ths of a second up against David Simon. So a strong run for Marcus Pleer for Sierra Nevada College.
Clarkson doing very well in the panel slalom, both the men's and women's team qualifying. So great to see them represented here, and I'm sure they would love a shot at the finals.
Now round two for Sierra Nevada, it's Yaka Yazbek on the red course. Christian Perryman for Clarkson on the blue course. And it looks like Yaka Yazbek, he's going to take this one with ease as problems high up for Christian Perryman. A tough run for Christian Perryman, but Yaka Yazbek just continues to pile it on for the Sierra Nevada Eagles. A great run for Yazbek.
Sierra Nevada hoping to extend their domination into the panel slalom. This men's team has been a force to be reckoned with, dominating the GS just 3 days ago, so they really want to win this one, boss.
Now we're going to see Viking Rolled from Sierra Nevada on the red course. Then it's Austin Florian on the blue course from Clarkson. Rolled, just a freshman. And here comes Rolled across the stripe early. Yes, Viking Rolled, your winner in this round against Austin Florian. So Sierra Nevada College, Alex Beatty, looking like a team to contend with here in the men's team championship for the dual slalom.
Absolutely, boss. Dominating Clarkson 3-0 right now in the first heat. Clarkson will have to win out the remaining heats to have a shot at qualifying.
Next up, we're going to see Cannon O'Brien now on the red course. Chris Garrow on the blue course. And it is tight. They are right next to each other. Who's going to hit the stripe first? And it looks like Cannon O'Brien from Sierra Nevada College. He's winning by 31 100ths of a second against Chris Garrow. So Sierra Nevada College, what an incredible round. 4 ski racers, 4 wins. Sierra Nevada College would have to have a complete explosion not to move on to the finals of this one.
Absolutely, boss. Sierra Nevada has to feel pretty good about their performance in the first round of these heats. All these athletes, of course, making their way back up to the top of the course where they'll compete in a second round of heats and switch courses in that second run.
Now we're back to live action. From Rocky Mountain College on the red course, it's Nils Hogbaum. Michael Bisnair from the University of British Columbia on the blue course. These are 2 fast racers. Look at this competition. And across the stripe first, it is Nils Hogbaum on the red course from Rocky Mountain College. Nils Hogbaum, the winner of both the GS and the slalom here in the individual men's competition this week at Nationals. A great run again from Nils Hogbaum, just airing out Michael Bisnair.
Winning by a nose, boss, less than 800ths of a second difference, and that just goes to show you that even a millisecond can make all the difference in this race.
Folks, you are seeing the best slalom skiers in the world right here at Sun Valley, Idaho. Fast and furious competition. Next, we'll see Harlan Collins in the red course. Harlan Collins from Rocky Mountain College. He's up against Luke Terhart in the blue course. They're like horses in the gate, ready to blast out, thoroughbreds, just full of fire. They want to come down all of 18 of these gates, and somebody's going to win.
Absolutely, boss, and the draw of competing in this dual event, having a natural rival in the gate next to you, that is a huge drive for these athletes. You know they want to win every single heat.
Rocky Mountain in the red. University of British Columbia in the blue, and here they come. British Columbia with a tough run, but now Rocky Mountain with a tough run. Oh, it's fast and furious. It's wild. It looks like UBC, the British Columbia racer, is skied out. And now still back in the game from Rocky Mountain College, Harlan Collins. We're going to have to check and see if Harlan made all the gates. I suspect he did.
A costly mistake there for Mike, check
Luke that was Luke Terhart
of British Columbia. He cost his team a point there. If he had just stuck in the race, he could have seen that that Collins was hiking there, so he could have got back in the course and maybe scored a point for his team. But right now, as it stands, it's 2-0 Rocky Mountain ahead of British Columbia.
Now Bjorn Twas on the red course, Austin Taylor on the blue course. And it looks like Bjorn Twas is going to cross first. He does indeed, beating Austin Taylor. So another win here for Rocky Mountain College.
3-0 advantage right now for Rocky Mountain. UBC will they'll really need to pick up the pace here if they want to qualify for the next round. They have a lot of talented racers left, but they're really going to have to pour it on, boss. Looks like it's going to be Benjamin Middleton of British Columbia in the blue gates, Jonas Olofsson of Rocky Mountain in the red. Neck and neck right now at the top of the run. And holding it together amazingly, these athletes, tremendous athleticism, but it looks like Benjamin Middleton is out. British Columbia, a nail in the coffin there as Rocky Mountain jumps out to a commanding 4-0 lead. So there will have to be a huge change in the second run, of course, as a tiebreaker here. If British Columbia manages to take all 4 runs in the second heat, if they can beat Rocky Mountain each time, it will go down to time differences as a tiebreaker. So that is where speed in these athletes comes into play, boss.
So it looks like we've completed the first round here of the semifinals. Of course, they'll come back and do it once again. And the team with the most points, they will move on to the finals of this men's dual slalom team championship. Now we're getting ready for the second round of the women's individual competition. Of course, they have to cycle on the lift here at Sun Valley, get all the way back up to the top and come to the start shack. So we are going to await the second round of the women's individual competition. Try to get our timing system all set up here correctly so we can read it properly as well. And we'll be back with more of live coverage right after this. And just before you know it, we're back to live action here as Casey Whittles and Daniela Helmsley on the course. And Helmsley winning in the blue course over Kelsey Whittles.
Tremendous skiing by Daniela Helmsley. She really took it away there in the bottom section of the course. That was key. She really poured on the speed there, boss.
Now we'll see Morgan Duffy and Lily Erickson. Morgan Duffy from the University of Washington, Lily Erickson from Smith College. And here they go. It's Duffy in the blue course, Erickson in the red course. Erickson from Smith and Duffy from the University of Washington. Who's it going to be? Looks like blue with a slight edge, and it is from the blue course. Morgan Duffy from the University of Washington crossing first ahead of Lily Erickson. Let's see who they have for us next. Christian Schuster now for the men's individual competition in the red course. Riley Harris in the blue course on the right. Nope, that's the left. And they've begun. Here we go. Christian Schuster in the red. Riley Harris from Ohio State in the blue. Schuster from Oregon State College Cascades. And a wild ride on the blue run for Riley Harris. And Riley Harris, what a rocket ship. Harris, and a blowout here in this individual run from Ohio State University. The Buckeye really laying it down. Now in the second heat of the men's individual competition, it's Austin Oliver from North Carolina State University up against Thomas Grosjean from Stanford. Oliver in the red, Grosjean in the blue. And here they go. Now to the first hit. Slight edge for red. Red having to scrape speed. Now blue takes the lead. Now to the second jump. It's still blue. Thomas Grosjean. Grosjean's going to take it. Grosjean's cleaning across the line and wins. Thomas Grosjean from Stanford University, ahead of Austin Oliver from North Carolina State University. So our women's individual and men's individual now complete. We'll head back to the team competition. Second run for Sierra Nevada College and Clarkson. Then we'll see the second runs for St. Olaf and the College of Idaho.
Sierra Nevada and Clarkson battle. Sierra Nevada and Clarkson battling it out once again. Looks like we have Sarah Schaefer on the red for Clarkson, Matea Furk on the blue for Sierra Nevada, and it's no contest here as Matea Furk takes it by a considerable margin, scoring another point for the Sierra Nevada monster, boss.
Yes, there is no doubt Sierra Nevada College, the ones to beat today. They have been strong all week in the Alpine competition, and Matea Furk laying down another rocket ship ride on this Greyhawk Trail. Second round now, Taya Palick on the blue course, Kelly Rowland on the red course. And Palick with a slight lead over the second jump. Here comes Taya Palick. Palick with 4 gates to go. Can she hold on? Absolutely. Taya Palick from Sierra Nevada College. She takes the win away from Kelly Rowland. So Sierra Nevada just sailing through this semifinal round, second run.
Absolutely, boss. Palick and Rowland splitting heats there, with Rowland taking the first, Palick scoring the second for Sierra Nevada. Sierra Nevada with a comfortable lead right now.
Now it's Emily Lamoureux for Sierra Nevada in the blue. Ashley Ovien on the red course for Clarkson.
Looks like Lamoureux had to ski out. That'll open the door for Jovien to take it home, scoring another point for Clarkson. So Clarkson putting up a good fight in the second heat, boss.
A tough break for Emily Lamoureux from Sierra Nevada College. But anything can happen, Alex Beatty, as you can see. A point here, a point there. You never know how it's going to add up. It goes down to the last racer.
Absolutely, boss. And Clarkson hoping to pull off the upset, the 4th seed in this competition. They'd love to have their tickets stamped for the finals, but we'll see if they can put it off. Looks like Carolyn Clayson and Taylor Manderson going head-to-head. Taylor Manderson in the red, Carolyn Clayson in the blue. Let's see how this turns out, boss.
Looks like Clayson's got a slight lead over the second jump. Anderson's trying to catch back up, and it's going to be all Caroline Clayson. So Sierra Nevada's Caroline Clayson bringing another point for the Eagles.
Looks like Sierra Nevada's going to take this one, boss. They will advance to the next round on the shoulders of Matea Furk, Taya Palick, and Carolyn Clayson, throwing down impressive runs in the second heat.
So Sierra Nevada College now on to the finals. They're going to compete for a national championship once again in the women's team competition. Now to the second bracket. From the College of Idaho, Mayu Nakamura on the red course. Katie Olvstead on the blue course. And now Katie Olvstead still coming down. She's going to win this one as a result of College of Idaho's Mayu Nakamura in the red course having difficulty after the first jump. It looks like she is up and okay.
Absolutely, boss. Carried too much speed into the center section, ran into a gate, and that'll be the end. So Katie Olstead scoring a point for St. Olaf. They'd hope to face Sierra Nevada in the finals.
Let's see how it's going to break down here. 3 racers for each team to come. We're in the bracket, the second bracket here, St. Olaf and College of Idaho.
Looks like we'll be seeing McKenna check that, 1 second.
Madison McLaughlin on the blue course. McLaughlin from St. Olaf. She'll be up against Nina Herner from the College of Idaho in the red course. So the Yotes on the red. As the start shack is ready to let them go. Side-by-side, head-to-head competition. It doesn't get any better than this. This is a war, ladies and gentlemen. And over the first jump they come. Neck to neck. Who's going to win this one? Will it be Herner? Will it be McLaughlin? And across the stripe, it looks like Madison McLaughlin on the blue course from St. Olaf College. She's going to take it, and another point for St. Olaf.
St. Olaf with a 2-1 lead in this second heat, 2-0 lead in the second heat. If they can sweep it, they'll be punching their ticket to the finals.
Now we'll see Eleanor Tansley on the red course. McKenna McNabb on the blue course. McNabb for St. Olaf. Tansley for College of Idaho. Here they come over the second jump. McNabb with a slight edge. But Tansley trying to make it up. Who's it going to be? It's McKenna McNabb on the blue course from St. Olaf. So another point for St. Olaf.
Tansley jumped out to an early lead in that run, boss, but it just wasn't enough with McKenna McNabb being solid throughout the course. She really poured it on for the second half of the run, and she's taking home a point for St. Olaf.
Now on the red course for College of Idaho, Casey Benner. On the blue course, Laura Post for St. Olaf. Post now with a lead. It looks like that Benner has missed a gate, and it's going to go to Post here if she can stay clean, and in fact she does. So Laura Post from St. Olaf College, and that's going to be enough for St. Olaf to move to the finals. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2 finalists in the women's team dual slalom championship coming up. It'll be Sierra Nevada College versus St. Olaf College. Congratulations to both of the teams. Clarkson University will face the College of Idaho in the third place championship round coming up soon.
Great performance by St. Olaf in that second heat, boss. A 4-0 sweep. It doesn't get much better than that. Looks like we have the men on course now. David Simon of Clarkson going head-to-head with Marcus Bleer. And it looks like no contest here as Marcus Bleer takes it easily running in the blue course, scoring a point for Sierra Nevada. That's 2 now for Marcus Bleer, and Sierra Nevada jumps to a comfortable 5-0 lead.
Marcus Bleer told me he was going to get a national championship today, and man, he is like a man possessed out there. Sierra Nevada men, they're going to be tough to beat here. Coming up next now, Yaka Yazbek in the blue course, Christian Perryman in the red course. Yazbek for Sierra Nevada. Perryman for Clarkson. Clarkson's going to have to pour it on here to catch these Sierra Nevada Eagles. As it looks like we take some time to repair a gate right here in the middle of the course. Looks like the course worker now getting out of the way. Will be under action soon. Perryman on the right. Yazbek on the left. Sierra Nevada. Clarkson. Who's it going to be? And here they come. Yaka Yazbek from Sierra Nevada in the blue course. Christian Perryman from Clarkson in the red. And Yazbek skiing quickly. Look at Yaka Yazbek. 5 gates to go for Yazbek. It's a walkaway. Sierra Nevada College's Yaka Yazbek in a bullet run down this Greyhawk Trail in Sun Valley, Idaho. Sierra Nevada looking tough to beat, Alex Beatty.
Absolutely, boss. You can tell they were disappointed with their finish yesterday in the men's slalom. They really want to win this one, and they want to face Rocky Mountain College in the last round. That is what they want. They want to show them that they are the best, that yesterday was a fluke, and that nothing could stop them on this hill.
It is going to be tough to beat these men, these Eagles from Incline Village today. Austin Florian and Viking Rolled now go for head-to-head competition. Rolled will be in the blue course. Florian in the red course. As they make final adjustments here to the flags right above the second jump, and it looks like we're ready to go. Viking Rolled, a freshman for Sierra Nevada College, up against Austin Florian from Clarkson. And they're off. Quickly out to a lead, it's Rolled. Rolled skiing well, now to the second jump. Florian trying to catch up, and Rolled is just too much. Viking Rolled for Sierra Nevada College. He wins his second run here up against Austin Florian. And again, another point for Sierra Nevada College.
That's right, boss. Sierra Nevada now winning 7-0 over Clarkson. And these combined two heats in the semifinals, it's going to be very difficult for Clarkson to come back from this.
Now Cannon O'Brien from Sierra Nevada College in the blue course. He's up against Chris Garrow from Clarkson in the red. And Cannon O'Brien just flying through the final three gates, and another walk away for the Eagles. So Sierra Nevada's Cannon O'Brien wraps it up for Sierra Nevada. They will move on.
Doesn't get much better than that, boss. 8-0 in the semifinals. Sierra Nevada will be moving on to face either Rocky Mountain College or British Columbia in the final round.
Could it be a Sierra Nevada versus Rocky Mountain showdown? Everybody's been talking about it all week, but the University of British Columbia doesn't want any part of it. They say no, it won't be that. Rocky Mountain and UBC, here they come. Mike Bisnair in the red course, Nils Hoogboom in the blue course. Hoogboom now moving. And across the stripe, first is Nils Hoogboom against UBC's Mike Bisnair. Hoogboom winning the men's slalom and the giant slalom here this year in Sun Valley at the Nationals. And doing his part again for his team. Rocky Mountain looking strong after the first racer.
That's right, boss. Hoogboom dominant all week. Looked like Mike Bisnair had some trouble there in the middle section of the course, just navigating the turn. So Rocky Mountain taking the first of these four heats in the second round of semifinal competition.
Next up, we'll see Luke Terhart on the red course. Harlan Collins on the blue course. British Columbia on the red. Rocky Mountain on the blue. And here they come. Terhart and Collins side by side after the first jump, and it looked like UBC had a tough first jump. A wild ride on the blue course here for Harlan Collins. Harlan Collins is going to hang on and take it. For Rocky Mountain College, Harlan Collins. Another point for RMC. Is the inevitable, Alex Speedy? It looks like it might be. It's going to take a miracle from UBC to come back on this one.
Absolutely, boss. Rocky Mountain leading 2-0 in the second round. It's going to be tough for British Columbia to pull off the upset.
Next up, we'll see Bjorn Twas on the blue course, Austin Taylor on the red course, and here they come. Bjorn Twas from Rocky Mountain College. On a tough break for Austin Taylor. All Twas has to do is ski clean, and he will. The last three gates for Bjorn Twas, and he does it for Rocky Mountain College. A tough break for the University of British Columbia's Austin Taylor.
Austin Taylor, though, still having fun in the course. You saw him huck a huge 360 off of that second jump. Just, you can tell these ski racers, win or lose, they're having a great time on this beautiful Saturday in Sun Valley at the climax of these USCSA National Championships.
Now we're to Jonas Olfsson on the blue course and Ben Middleton on the red course. And Ben Middleton having a tough time just flying through the gates now as Olsen hits the stripe first. And Ben Middleton, he has just mowed down a couple of the gates here, but a strong run for Middleton. So another tough break for the University of British Columbia, and it looks like the inevitable has happened here, Alex Beatty, as we move the men from the semifinals to the finals. And it is going to be the showdown everybody has talked about, Sierra Nevada College versus Rocky Mountain College. It's going to be Coach Jerry versus Coach Branco. It's going to be the fastest skiers in the game, and they're going to go head-to-head for a national championship as we reload right now.
Absolutely, boss. Really impressive by Rocky Mountain College. They've been consistent all day in the dual slalom. They'll need to put everything they have on the line to beat the Sierra Nevada team. Of course, Sierra Nevada taking the giant slalom 3 days ago. Rocky Mountain edging them out for the slalom yesterday. This is a rivalry like we have never seen before in the USCSA, and these two teams are going to battle to the last man.
Indeed they will. So the semifinals are set here, and we're going to move back to the individual women's competition. They'll come up next. Then we'll see the men's individual competition, the finals. Then on to the women's team final. That's between Sierra Nevada. Check that. That is between Sierra Nevada and St. Olaf. And then the men's final between Sierra Nevada and Rocky Mountain College.
Looks like we're just waiting on the next round of competitors to reach the top of the course. Of course, each one of these racers having to get back on the lift immediately after their run and make their way to the top of the course. A trademark of these bracket play here at the culmination of this dual planel slalom competition, so I'm sure we'll get underway as soon as possible.
Well, Alex, I do want to make a comment because, of course, the lift ride isn't to the top of the start of this race. The lift ride is probably another 700 vertical meters above the start of this race. So they got a nice long lift ride after coming down the run. They're going to get to the top of the lift, and then they're going to have to ski as fast as they can down halfway down the trail here to make it to the start shack. So what a great event we're having here this Saturday on a glorious day in Sun Valley, Idaho. Exciting ski racing action here in our first and inaugural dual slalom for both the ladies and the men. Don't forget, coming up a little bit later on today on the USCSA Broadcast Network, we'll bring you the final round, the run number 2 for both the ladies and the men in the National Championship Snowboard GS. It is anybody's race in both sides of that race, and we're going to bring you all of that action immediately following the dual slalom here on the Greyhawk Trail. And in our final for the women's individual, it is going to be Lily Erickson and Daniela Hemsley.
Lily Erickson and Morgan Duffy splitting the semifinal competition. Looks like Lily Erickson just managed to squeak by her in time, and that made all the difference for her.
So Lily Erickson ahead of Daniela Hemsley now here in the first run of 2 for the women's individual competition. That'll give Erickson 1 point. They'll swing back around for the last time. We're going to crown a ladies individual national champion here shortly. Now we'll see the men's individual championship coming up next. First run. Check that. I wanted to clarify that. What we just saw was the third place run here. Is that right?
This right now, the third place run between Morgan Duffy and Kelsey Whittles on course. Kelsey Whittles in the blue, Morgan Duffy on the red course. And looks like Morgan Duffy is going to walk away with this one. She will take home the bronze in the panel slalom if she can hold on and win this second heat. So she'll take away a point here, Morgan Duffy. And she'll really need to stay consistent and ski well in her second heat if she wants to walk away with third place.
Learning as we go along here at the USCSA Broadcast Network. Boss Hogg and Alex Beatty bringing you the fun here on Saturday. You know, I don't even care. It's just a great day at the National Championship. Morgan Duffy and Kelsey Whittles. Let's see who we have coming up next now. And now we're back to live action here on the dual slalom course. Thomas Grosjean on the red course, Christian Schuster on the blue course. And it looks like it's going to be Christian Schuster. Schuster now getting a point here in the first round of the men's individual final. Next up, we're going to see Riley Harris from Ohio State on the red course. Austin Oliver on the blue course from North Carolina State. It's the Midwest versus the Dirty South, and here they come. Harris on the red, Oliver on the blue. Harris skiing well. The Buckeye looks like he's going to walk away if he can stay clean. And here comes Riley Harris across the stripe, and he wins. Another point for the Ohio State's Riley Harris.
Looks like Austin Oliver was a little bit uncomfortable on those jumps, boss. He took them and ended way right of the course, having trouble getting back in and continuing an aggressive line in the course. So that really cost him there in this first heat of the semifinal, of the final round.
And here we go now. On course, it's Maya Nakamura from the College of Idaho in the blue. Sarah Schaefer in the red. The first run of the women's team consolation round for third place. And it looks like Mayu Nakamura from the College of Idaho crossing the stripe first. That'll be a point for the College of Idaho. Next up, it's Nina Herner on the blue course. Kelly Rowland on the red course.
College of Idaho would love to take home a bronze medal to Boise and just show everyone there who's been following this this week of competition that they've really had a very impressive performance.
Now it's Nina Herner from the College of Idaho in the blue course, looking strong but trying to catch her. It's Kelly Rowland. It's close at the finish. Who's it going to be? Nina Herner from the College of Idaho getting another point. One step closer to a bronze medal for the College of Idaho. Next up, we'll see Eleanor Tansley on the blue course. Ashley Yovian on the red course. Clarkson on the red. College of Idaho on the blue. And here they come. Pretty close after the first judge here. They have to scrub a bunch of speed, and now the red course goes ahead. Ashley Yovian, but now it's just neck to neck. Who's going to cross the line first? Too close to call. And by 0.08 of a second, it is Eleanor Tansley from the College of Idaho, picking up another point for the Yotes here in the women's bronze medal round.
Tansley got late on about the third or fourth gate from the top, but she managed to get back in the course and see aggressively through the rest of her run. So taking home a point for College of Idaho, now up 3-0 in this first heat.
Next up, Taylor Manderson on the red, Casey Benner on the right. On the blue, sorry, check that. It looks like Manderson may have a slight lead, but now back into the stripe comes Casey Benner. And out of nowhere, Casey Benner from the College of Idaho winning by 7/100ths of a second. So another point for the College of Idaho. They are looking strong in the first run here for the bronze medal round.
Idaho looking very strong, as you said, boss, up 4-0 after the first heat. Clarkson will really need to turn up the heat in the second round, but only losing barely by a combined maybe 3 or 4 seconds. So if they can really turn it on, they have a shot to sweep the next round, and maybe with the tiebreaker, they can pull off a bronze medal here.
Now we're back to the women's team competition. Matea Furk in the red lane for Sierra Nevada. Katie Olstead in the blue lane for St. Olaf. This is going to be a war. Ferk in the red lane. Looks like she's got a slight lead, but Katie Olstead wants to change it. It is very close here to the bottom. Who's it going to be? It is Matea Ferk by 11/100ths for Sierra Nevada. So a point in the first of 2 rounds here for this women's championship team final. Next up, we'll see Madison McLaughlin for St. Olaf. We'll see Taya Palick for Sierra Nevada. They are ready to go out of the gate here. 2 out of 4 racers in the first run of 2 of the women's final. Looks like with a slight lead, Taya Palick on the red course, but now coming back, Madison McLaughlin. McLaughlin now with the lead. Palick's going to have to pour it on. Will it be enough? McLaughlin looks strong, and it is Madison McLaughlin from St. Olaf College winning by 13/100ths over Palick.
Great run, but there by Maddie McLaughlin getting a point for St. Olaf. They're going to need every point they can get to dethrone the Sierra Nevada juggernaut, which has dominated this week both in the giant slalom and the slalom.
Right now all tied up. Sierra Nevada 1, St. Olaf 1 here in the first round. Back to live action, McKenna McNabb on the blue course, Emily Lamoreau on the red course. Now Lamoreau looks like she has a slight lead for Sierra Nevada. And across the stripe it is Emily Lamoreau by 27/100. So another point for Sierra Nevada. 2-1, fast and furious. The dual slalom rocking and rolling here on a beautiful Saturday in Sun Valley.
And back and forth they go, boss. Sierra Nevada, St. Olaf, Sierra Nevada 2-1 in Sierra Nevada's favor. Taylor Manderson from St. Olaf will need to pour it on here if she wants to score a point for St. Olaf.
Caroline Clayson now on the red course for Sierra Nevada. Laura Post on the blue course for St. Olaf. It's now across the stripe, Caroline Clayson with the red course by a half a second. So another point now for Sierra Nevada College. That's going to make it 3-1 here in the first round. They're going to come back and we're going to decide a national champion here in round number 2 for the ladies team competition. Now moving on to the men. First, we're going to see the third place bronze medal round. It's going to be UBC, the University of British Columbia versus Clarkston. The first run of 2. No times here, just win or lose. You get a point to win and 0 points to lose. Add them all up at the end of 2 rounds, and that's going to determine your national champion. As they get ready, Michael Bisnair in the red course, David Simon in the blue course, and here we come. The first run of 2 for the bronze medal, and it looks like David Simon is skied out. That's going to be the end for Simon. And Michael Bisnair is going to easily win a point for the University of British Columbia. Alex, British Columbia would love to take the bronze medal home back to Canada after this week.
Absolutely, boss. Definitely disappointed with their performance earlier in the week. A very strong team out of British Columbia led by Mike Bisnair, and he scores a point easily for his team. You know he'd love to come home with a bronze.
1 point for British Columbia, 0 for Clarkson. As we get ready for Christian Perryman in the blue course. And Luke Terhart in the red course. And we're getting ready for these 2 racers to come down as they await at the top. Mechanical gates open up and lets them out like a bunch of horses up there. Thoroughbreds indeed. Thoroughbreds of ski racing, that's for sure. And here we go. Luke Terhart and Christian Perryman. Terhart for British Columbia needs to catch up to get ahead of Perryman. And Perryman looks like he's going to cross the stripe first, and he does by 24/100ths. So Perryman now for Clarkson University ties things up.
Couldn't be closer than that, boss. 1-1 between Clarkson and British Columbia. It's truly anyone's race right now, is with the bronze medal on the line. Both of these teams really want to win this one with 6 more heats to go, 2 in this first heat. Right here, Austin Taylor in the red, Austin Florian in the blue. Florian skiing for Clarkson, Taylor for British Columbia, and it looks like Clarkson's Austin Florian takes it home. He will finish first, so another point for Clarkson, up 2-1 right now in this first heat.
Next up, we'll see Benjamin Middleton in the red course, Chris Guerrero in the blue course. Here comes Ben Middleton from UBC. And Chris Guerrero from Clarkson. Clarkson now ahead. Red. No, check that. That's Ben Middleton on the red course. And across the stripe first it is University of British Columbia's Ben Middleton. Another point for British Columbia. So all tied up here in the first round between Clarkson and the University of British Columbia, 2 apiece.
Absolutely, boss. It's really anyone's race here. These teams, if they split again in the second heat, we will go to timing there to break that tie.
Now back to the men's team competition for the gold medal round, run number 1. It is Marcus Pleer in the blue course, Nils Hoogboom in the red course. This is a repeat matchup of the men's slalom yesterday. Pleer blowing out with 3 gates to go. Hoogboom winning the national champion. These are the 2 best skiers on the hill. Who's it going to be? And on the blue course in a wild ride, it's Marcus Pleer. He can't hold on. Neither can Hoogboom. They're both out of the course. Now who's going to hike? Is Hoogboom going to hike to the red course and make a gate?
Looks like Marcus Pleyer now going, that's Niels. Marcus Pleyer is out of the race. Niels Hoogboom climbing way atop.
Well, if Pleyer could find out which gate he missed, he could hike back up to that gate and begin his run again. If Pleer could find out which gate he missed, he could continue the race. That's what Hoogboom's going to do. But it might be too late for Pleer in a wild first round. These 2 racers fought it out in the individual competition, and now again here in the dual slalom. And it looks like that Nils Hoogboom is going to get the win for Rocky Mountain College in an absolute wild run number 1 here in the men's gold medal round for the team competition. Now back to live action. Yaka Yazbek in the blue course. Harlan Collins in the red course. And here they come. And it looks like too much speed for Yaka Yazbek. And Harlan Collins for Rocky Mountain College is going to have an easy win here as Yazbek just got too fast at the top there. Look at the speed these men are carrying today, Alex Beatty.
Absolutely, boss. Just too much there from Yaka Yazbek. He lost control and was out of the course, allowing Rocky Mountain to jump to a 2-0 lead. Of course, many heats left to come.
Viking rolled for Sierra Nevada in the blue. Bjorn Twas for Rocky Mountain in the red. The war continues here in run number 1 as they push off the start shack side by side over the first hit. Here they come, and it looks like Rold is down. A tough break for Rold. Meanwhile, Bjorn Twas still in it, and Bjorn Twas with no poles. He's going to come across and win this one. A tough break for Viking Rold and Sierra Nevada College. Rocky Mountain really skiing well, keeping it together.
Just the story of the day here for Sierra Nevada in this final heat. First heat of this final. They really have not been consistent. All 3 of their racers skiing out of the course. It's going to be very tough for them to come back here.
You can tell Sierra Nevada College wants this victory. They are letting it all hang out. Unfortunately, you've got to keep some control in men's slalom ski racing. And they have struggled to get a racer through the finish line. Meanwhile, Rocky Mountain College having 3 points on the scoreboard to Sierra Nevada's 0. It's going to take a big turnaround here as Cannon O'Brien, the final racer from Sierra Nevada in the blue. Jonas Olsen, the final racer for Rocky Mountain in the red. The starter has him in the gate. He's ready to open the barrel, and here they come. Onto the course, Rocky Mountain versus Sierra Nevada head on head. It looks like the red course, Jonas Olsen has a slight lead, but Cannon O'Brien is trying to change it. They are side by side. Who's it going to be? And across the stripe first, it's Cannon O'Brien. Cannon O'Brien. O'Brien with the victory here, putting a point up on the board for Sierra Nevada College. So after the first run of the gold medals, men's team championship, Rocky Mountain with a 3-1 lead. How exciting, Alex.
Absolutely, boss. Unbelievable here. A must-win situation for Sierra Nevada, and Cannon O'Brien pulled it off, taking a point away from Rocky Mountain. Sierra Nevada now down 3-1, but if they can manage to sweep the next round, they definitely have the talent to make it a possibility. If they can do it, boss, they could come away with the gold.
There is nothing for sure for Rocky Mountain here today. Sierra Nevada does have the ability to come back in round number 2. This is going to be a fight to the finish for these two men's teams. So now we reset. And we're back to our ladies' individual second run. Daniela Helmsley and Lily Erickson. And it looks like that the red course, Daniela Helmsley, she has missed a gate. They both have. They both have missed a gate. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Warriors fighting, struggling to get back in the course. And it looks like Lily Erickson's going to get there first. This is for the bronze medal, ladies and gentlemen. Lily Erickson now coming across, and Lily Erickson crossing the stripe in a gutsy performance. What a heart, as she had to hike for the gate to make it. And Lily Erickson scoring another point in the second round here, and will win the bronze medal in the women's individual dual slalom. Lily Erickson, what a performance from the Smith College's Lily Erickson, as she will take home the bronze here today in the inaugural USCSA dual slalom championship. What a great performance from Lily Erickson.
Absolutely, boss. After hiking, she managed to get back in the course and win the heat. Both racers facing an impressive hike, but Erickson stood up. She did it faster, and that is what it is all about in ski racing, boss.
Now coming up next, let's see who we're going to see. It's going to be Kelsey Whittles and Morgan Duffy for the final here, the last run. We are going to crown a national champion here momentarily. It's going to be Whittles in the red lane. It's going to be Duffy in the blue lane. Whittles from UCLA. Duffy from the University of Washington for the inaugural and first USCSA women's national title in the dual slalom. Duffy with 1 point. As they get ready to go, the starters got him in the box. The gate shall open shortly. And the final run of our ladies' individual dual slalom final will be underway. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Morgan Duffy? Is it going to be Kelsey Whittles?
Duffy taking the first round here. If Whittles can pour it on and win this second run convincingly, she still has a shot at taking home the gold.
We'll break a tie with time. They'll go back to the clocks and see who ran the fastest aggregate time, if there is a tie here. Of course, Duffy with 1 point. And now we are underway. Here we go. The last run of the women's final. It's Kelsey Whittles now down. Whittles is down. Morgan Duffy is down. She's sliding over the jump. They're going to try to put their gear back on and hike back to the top. The course workers are telling them which gates they'll need to make. It's absolute carnage here in the women's final, but somebody's going to win and somebody wants to win. Who's it going to be? Kelsey Whittles is hiking. Morgan Duffy from the University of Washington. She's hiking too. Who's going to hike to the gate the fastest? Duffy already with 1 point. Whittles needs to get down first. And now back on course in the blue lane, it is Morgan Duffy from the University of Washington. She's already got a point, and that's going to do it. Morgan Duffy wins your national championship here for the ladies with an incredible gutsy run here in run number 2 on the Greyhawk Trail. Unbelievable action. University of Washington's Morgan Duffy, your winner.
Absolutely, boss. She managed to hike faster after a very unfortunate crash. Both racers in the snow, but looks like Morgan Duffy put it all together. She made it down to the bottom, and she will take home the hardware.
Kelsey Whittles from UCLA will be your silver medalist, the runner-up here in our first inaugural women's individual competition of the dual slalom. Finishing in third place, it is Lily Erickson from Smith College. So your podium, Morgan Duffy winning a national championship here today, followed by Kelsey Whittles and Lily Erickson. incredible action, Alex Beatty. I don't think it gets more exciting than that.
No way, boss. And if this is a taste of what's to come in the dual panel slalom in future races, I can't imagine the excitement here. It's really been a spectacle watching these racers. And it looks like we have Christian Schuster and Thomas Grosjean on the course now, racing for third here. Schuster taking the first heat. Grosjean will need to pour it on.
Here comes Schuster into the final 4 gates, but he blows up, and he's going to give it away to Thomas Grosjean. Grosjean, out of nowhere, he was behind, but really trying to pour it on. Schuster in the last 3 gates hit a gate, and it gives Thomas Grosjean the win here in the second run. So it looks like it's going to be Thomas Grosjean with a point here in the second run. Schuster had a point in the first run, so the points are going to be tied. We're going to have to go to the clock, and we'll give you that information just as soon as we get it. That is, of course, for the bronze medal in the men's individual competition. Now on to the gold medal round. It'll be Riley Harris from Ohio State in the blue course. Austin Oliver in the red course from North Carolina State. The Midwest against the Dirty South for a national championship. And here we go. Austin Oliver in the red, Riley Harris in the blue. And Harris is out of control, and through a gate, Harris comes. And it looks like Oliver's going to take it in the red lane, and Oliver across the stripe first. So the second run going to Oliver. And it looks like we're going to have a DNF here from Riley Harris. Yes, a DNF for Riley Harris, so no time for Harris, and that's going to give Austin Oliver the win from North Carolina State University in the men's individual competition. Austin Oliver from North Carolina State, the Dirty South, coming to Sun Valley, Idaho, and taking home a national champion in the men's individual dual slalom. Great stuff here from the Greyhawk Trail.
Absolutely, boss, and the head-to-head competition really holding up here. These racers want to win every single heat, and you can see them battling it out. They are really putting everything on the line, and it has showed, boss, just fantastic ski racing, and the power of these athletes, really impressive.
Now back to the women's team competition for our bronze medal round. It is the College of Idaho on the red course. It is Clarkson University on the blue course, and here they come. Mayu Nakamura for College of Idaho. Sarah Schaefer for Clarkson. And it looks like Nakamura is down on the red course. Sarah Schaefer. Now for Clarkson across the stripe and winning a point. So a point for Clarkson, and they needed it. The College of Idaho with 4 points in the first round. Now Clarkson's got one back. It's 4-1. And Nakamura is still down up here on the course as the course workers make their way to take care of her. Let's hope she's all right. The Yotes with a commanding lead for the bronze medal here after the first round, leading 4-0. But Clarkson's been able to come back and put a point on the board. Could this be a complete comeback from Clarkson? Will we have to go to the timing system to find out the aggregate times to determine the bronze medalist? We're going to find out shortly here. But incredible performances today from Morgan Duffy. Duffy from the University of Washington, winning our inaugural women's individual competition. As we are attending to Mayu Nakamura here. Still to come, we are going to see Kelly Rowland, Ashley Yovian, and Manderson. That's your team for Clarkson. Left to come, Herner, Tansley, and Benner for College of Idaho. College of Idaho leading 4-1 here with 3 races to come. Like we have a course report here from up on the race course. Mayu Nakamura from the College of Idaho. Looks like she's got a little bit of a banged up knee, but she is working on getting up here. You know, Alex Beatty, these ski racers, they are tough as nails. Like they don't let just a little bit of pain get in the way. They literally have to be broken before they'll hitch a ride down the hill. And so Mayu Nakamura now trying to get up and make her way down to the finish. Tough break for her. She's had a good national championships, competing in both the giant slalom and the slalom event. College of Idaho really well represented out here. Coach Ron Bonneau bringing the women's team and the men's team here. They had some scary moments over in their regional and divisional championships just a couple of weeks ago. Didn't know if they were going to make it. After the first day, it was looking bad for the College of Idaho. And then they came back and just rock and rolled in the final day of competition. And qualified both teams here. Of course, our studio director, Mr. Alan Price, he's over there now switching the cameras, just hoping for the College of Idaho, considering he is a graduate and an employee of the College of Idaho. He'd love to see him take a bronze medal back to Boise.
Absolutely, boss. They must feel great competing here for the bronze medal. They were seeded 7th at the start of this competition, and to move up to 3rd to have a chance to compete in the semifinal, and they could be walking away with the bronze medal if they can pull off another few victories in these heats. They could really be happy with that performance. Really an upset here for the College of Idaho in this panel slalom.
Of course, our director claiming he's not impartial right now. We believe that like we're going to buy some oceanfront property down in Kansas next week. A beautiful day, the sun shining bright and high above the skies here in the Wood River Valley in beautiful Sun Valley, Idaho. We can't say enough about this place. Multiple venues and housing all of our competition this week over at Dollar Mountain, the home of the border cross events, the slope style events, and the half pipe competition. Over at the Nordic Center here in Sun Valley, which turns into the golf course during the summer months. Absolutely epic place. Just can't say enough of that facility and venue over there for the cross-country racers. And then here on beautiful Baldy Mountain, on the backside, as they'd call it, the Warm Springs area and the Greyhawk Trail, the home of all of the alpine competition, including the inaugural dual slalom here that we've been watching all day. Of course, as soon as we're finished with the dual slalom, we'll be back to the final 2 runs for the men and the women in the snowboard giant slalom competition. So lots of hardware and national titles still to hand out here on a Saturday afternoon in Sun Valley, Idaho. Boss Hogg and Alex Beatty bringing it to you from the USCSA Broadcast Center. Glad you all have tuned in all week long on the USCSA Network. Don't forget, you can check out archives of all the broadcasts as well. Just go click on any one of the broadcasts that you see here, open the screen up, and you'll see all the archives right next to it. Or just search for USCSA on the Ustream.tv network, or visit our webpage. Click on National Championships, and all the goods will be right there for you.
Absolutely, boss, and I can't wait to get home and record part of the national championship runs and make my ringtone the soothing timbre of Boss Hogg's voice, which will no doubt help me in answering my phone in the weeks to come.
I will never invite you back here if you do that. You will never be invited again. Glad to have you next to me, though, Alex Beatty. You've done a great job this week. Always great to work with you. This is our second year together. Alex joined me for the first time up in Sunday River. It was Nikki Holden and Chris Aliano before that, and you and Nikki Holden are calling ski races for the Thompson and McConnell divisions over back east during the regular season, aren't you?
That's right, boss, and now the student has become the master with Nikki Holden going off to coach the Boston University ski team to glory this year. It's great to be here out in Sun Valley, and I thank you very much for inviting me here as I shake off the rust and work out the kinks. I look forward to announcing ski races for many years to come.
Well, we hopefully will be doing it here for the USCSA for a long time. We have certainly enjoyed our 5 days of coverage here from Sun Valley. So it looks like Miss Mayu Nakamura from the College of Idaho, she's going to get a free ride down the hill here, but she's headed down and she's doing well. So nobody worry, just some precautions. Everybody want to make sure that nothing's wrong, and we always err to the side of caution here in ski racing as we're doing today. So a big round of applause for Mayu Nakamura from the College of Idaho as she makes her way down here to the bottom after a gutsy run. A fantastic week of national championship ski racing for the Yoder herself, College of Idaho's Mayu Nakamura. Now it looks like we're going to have a clear course and back to live action here. We can't forget it is the College of Idaho versus Clarkson. Now Kelly Rawlin in the blue course. Nina Herner for the Yotes in the red course. We're back to live action as they hold the ladies at the top. The gates are ready to swing open. The heartbeat racing at 170 beats a minute. These ladies are ready to go. And so are we here at the bottom of the Greyhawk Trail. Remember, it looks like College of Idaho still leading 4-1. It's going to take an amazing performance from Clarkson. They're going to have to win the rest of the runs here. If the College of Idaho can cross the stripe first in any one of the remaining 3 runs, they are going to be your bronze medalist here in the first women's dual slalom. And we're off. Here comes Herner. Here comes Rowland. Herner on the red course. Rowland on the blue course. And it looks like Herner's down. And Rowland's going to win for Clarkson. So now they're coming back. It's 4-2. College of Idaho still ahead by 2. Can Clarkson pull off a miracle here? Will we have to take it to the aggregate times? My word, Alex Beatty. There must be some nervous ladies at the top of this Greyhawk Trail in the dual slalom.
Absolutely, boss. Clarkson knows exactly what it needs to do here, and they're getting it done. 2-0 in the second heat. Let's see if the trend continues.
Now on course, it's Eleanor Tansley from College of Idaho. Ashley Yovien from Clarkson. Yovien in the blue corner. Eleanor Tansley in the red corner. And it looks like Ashley Yovien. She's got a lead. She's in the tuck. And Ashley Yovien winning by 66/100ths of a second, picking up the 3rd point for Clarkson University. An amazing turn of events here in the second round for the ladies. All for a bronze medal down to the last racers. It's Casey Benner and Taylor Manderson. Manderson in the blue. Casey Benner in the red. Will it be Benner for the College of Idaho? Will it be Manderson for Clarkson? Oh, they're very close. And it's going to come down to the final 4 gates. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Casey Benner from the College of Idaho in the final run for the bronze medal. Casey Benner comes from behind to surpass Taylor Manderson and win the College of Idaho Yotes their bronze medal. 3rd place and on the podium here from Sun Valley. What an incredible run from Casey Benner.
Wow, boss. Very impressive by Casey Benner. She poured it on in the second half of the course. It looked like Taylor Manderson was going to take it away. She was leading through most of the run, but Casey Benner stood up. She knew what she had to do, and she did it, boss.
Wow, what a run for Casey Benner. Now back to Katie Olfstead and Matea Firk for the gold medal, the first round of the second run. Here we come. Katie Olfstead in the red, Matea Firk in the blue, and Firk moving just quickly. And across the stripe, it's Matea Firk for Sierra Nevada College. She wins by a ton, and another point for Sierra Nevada College over St. Olaf. I'll tell you what, Sierra Nevada College came to play today. Alex Beatty and Matea first out of the gun, gets it done for the Eagles.
Absolutely, boss. Now up 4-1 Sierra Nevada. If they can win just one more of these heats, they will be a lock for the gold medal.
Next up, it's Madison McLaughlin and Taya Palick. Palick in the blue course, McLaughlin in the red course. Now Palick for Sierra Nevada College. She's still in it, and it looks like that Madison McLaughlin is off course. All Palick will have to do is ski clean through the final three gates, and she does. Taya Palick picking up another point for the Sierra Nevada Eagles. A tough break for Madison McLaughlin. She was right next to Palick, and they needed the point. She was skiing hard and just couldn't control it as she got halfway through the two jumps. Lost an edge, and that was the end of the day for Madison McLaughlin. Now back up to the live action. McKenna McNabb in the red course. Emily Lamoureux in the blue course. And now they're off. Here over the first hit they come. Oh, and a tough ride on the red course, and it looks like the blue course, Emily Lamoureux for Sierra Nevada College. All she has to do is ski clean, and she will. Sierra Nevada College unbeatable today, ladies and gentlemen. Emily Lamoureux taking the win, and nothing can stop the Eagles now. It is all but done. Sierra Nevada College is going to be your team national champion in our first women's dual slalom. What a performance by all four of the racers from Sierra Nevada College, and they are going to take home the gold today.
It's a clean sweep for the Sierra Nevada ladies, boss. GS Slalom and now the dual competition. They are going to take home a lot of gold this weekend.
Still a final racer to come down. Let's check this. Yes, it's going to be Caroline Clayson now for Sierra Nevada on the blue course. Laura Post from St. Olaf on the red course. And the final ladies get ready to come down on run number 2, but it has already been decided. Sierra Nevada winning a team national championship here in the dual slalom. Let's watch these ladies rock and roll down this final run. Here comes Laura Post and Caroline Clayson. Clayson in the blue, Post in the red. Clayson having a tremendous run. Here comes Caroline Clayson, but Post wants to try to catch up, and Clayson doesn't. Clayson across the stripe first, and that's going to do it. The Sierra Nevada Eagles, they will win the national championship here today in the women's team dual slalom competition. A tremendous performance from the Sierra Nevada Eagles here on the Greyhawk Trail on a great Saturday afternoon of ski racing.
Absolutely, boss. Sierra Nevada taking home the gold yet again. St. Olaf getting the silver, and the College of Idaho winning the bronze.
Now let's move on to the men's competition. First, we'll go for the bronze medal round. It's Clarkson versus the University of British Columbia.
Tied after the first heat with each team with 2 runs, and now they are on the course, boss.
Now it's David Simon on the red course from Clarkson. British Columbia's Mike Bisnair on the blue course. And Bisnair is going to win this one. Bisnair's just got to ski clean through, and he has. So Bisnair does his job for the University of British Columbia. Boy, this is going to be close all the way down to the finish.
Absolutely, boss. Mike Bisnair giving his team a point here. He's been leading them solidly all week, and now with a 3-2 lead, Clarkson's going to need to step it up and win some of these heats.
This is for the bronze medal now, UBC leading 3-2. Anything can happen as we get into the second racers. Now Christian Perryman and Luke Terhart on course. Terhart in the blue, Perryman in the red. And here they come. It is tough and tight. Here across the stripe, it's going to be Luke Terhart winning by 5/100ths of a second. Luke Terhart for the University of British Columbia. That gives UBC another point. They're up 4-2. One more and they can wrap up a bronze medal here from Sun Valley.
That's right, boss.
Austin Florian and Austin Taylor now await their run at the top. Florian and Taylor, they're going to decide who's going to win a bronze here. Taylor in the blue, Florian in the red. Florian looks like he's got a slight lead over Taylor. And here comes Austin Florian. Florian winning the third round from Clarkson. So another point from Clarkson. It's 4-3. Clarkson has to win here in the final run. A lot of pressure on the Clarkson racer at the top.
That's right, boss. Chris Giroux of Clarkson will need to step it up here. If he can win this heat, Clarkson may have a shot at bringing home the bronze. We'll have to go to the aggregate timing. Right now, UBC up 4-3, so this is a huge heat here.
Yeah, I can't see the timing system, but I'm seeing the email instead. Maybe we can get rid of that so I can read the times here for the final run. Thank you very much, Austin Florian. Now it's Ben Middleton in the blue lane and Chris Giroux in the red lane. The final run, it all comes down to this. Clarkson's got to get a point here. Otherwise, British Columbia is going to walk away with a bronze medal, and they're off from the top. Here comes Middleton in the blue, Giroux in the red. Will it be Clarkson? Will it be Middleton? And now to the final three gates, and it looks like the red course is down, and Ben Middleton in the blue course for the University of British Columbia is going to get it done. And the bronze medal is going to go to the University of British Columbia, thanks to a tremendous run from Ben Middleton. What a great effort from Ben Middleton, Alex Beatty, to win a bronze.
Absolutely, boss. Chris Giroux having trouble there in the red gate. He lost the ski, and that was the end. Ben Middleton able to stand up with a clean run. He got it done here, boss, and that's going to be all for British Columbia. They will bring home the bronze.
Now we're on to the war we've all been waiting for. Rocky Mountain College in Sierra Nevada. They're atop the hill near. It's going to take everything Sierra Nevada has. As Rocky Mountain College leading after the first one by a score of 3 points to 1 point. Every single run counts. Now the two leaders, Marcus Pleer for Sierra in the red lane, Nils Hoogboom for Rocky Mountain in the blue lane. The starters got them caged up like beasts. They want to come out and win, and here they go. Marcus Pleer on the left. Check that on the right. Nils Hoogboom on the left. Who's it going to be? As Nils Hoogboom in the blue course continues to ski like a monster, and Nils Hoogboom has done it. Nils Hoogboom from Rocky Mountain College scores the fourth point. Now it's going to take every other run for Sierra Nevada College to come back and tie this with Rocky Mountain College. They have been warriors all week, Alex Beatty. Will it be Harlan Collins? Will it be Yaka Yazbek? Yazbek must win for Sierra Nevada College, or they're going to take a silver medal home back to Incline Village. And the winners will be Rocky Mountain College. And they are skiing like crazy. Look at these two races. The red course still staying in it. Who's going to be? It's going to be Yaka Yazbek. Yazbek right at the end. With a 0.2 of a second win for Yaka Yazbek still gives another point to Sierra Nevada College. Now it is 5-3. Check that. It is 4-2 with two racers to go. Now Viking rolled on the red course. Bjorn Twas on the blue course. And they're off. And the early lead is Viking rolled on the red course. And rolled staying in it, but now swinging wide, and he's going to let Twas get by, and that's going to do it. Bjorn Twas wins it for Rocky Mountain College. Bjorn Twas, he kept it together as Rolled let him have it. He had everything in it, Viking rolled, but he got too wide after the second jump. And it's going to give the victory to Rocky Mountain College. So congratulations, the Rocky Mountain College team winning the inaugural National Team Championship here for the men's dual slalom. What a great race, Alex Beatty.
Absolutely, boss. What a day for Rocky Mountain College. They proved that they were the best team on the mountain today, taking home the gold, and a huge defeat for Sierra Nevada. They were very disappointed in their slalom performance just one day ago, and they could not put it together to win this dual slalom event.
Final racers now coming down. Cannon O'Brien for Sierra Nevada on the red course. Jonas Olsen on the blue course. And this is just for pride right now, ladies and gentlemen. One-on-one, head-to-head, Rocky Mountain versus Sierra Nevada College. And it is going to be Jonas Olsen over Conan O'Brien. Sorry, Cannon O'Brien. It's like Conan O'Brien. And a great performance again for Rocky Mountain College. They are going to be your 2013 USCSA Men's National Team Champion here in the dual slalom. What a great fun race we had here this morning, Alex Beatty. I tell you what, I didn't know what to expect as a new event comes to the USCSA Nationals here in Sun Valley. It is called the dual slalom, and I can tell you this one's here to stay.
Absolutely, boss. Just excitement from start to finish. Sierra Nevada and Rocky Mountain battling it out in the finals of the men's competition, and Sierra Nevada and St. Olaf and the ladies going head-to-head, battling down to the last competitor. This was truly an amazing race.
Stay tuned, folks. Coverage still continues here on the USCSA Broadcast Network as we will bring you live coverage of run number 2 for both the ladies and the men in the Snowboard Giant Slalom National Championship. That's coming up next on the USCSA Television Network, so stay tuned. Boss Hogg and Alex Beatty will be back with you momentarily. More action right after this.